Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now I want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel, and guys, we are going to recap on the previous episode at the very start, so if you haven't watched it, definitely go and give the previous episode a watch before you hear some spoilers. But jumping back into the previous episode, episode 3, it wasn't that much of a good one if I'm completely honest with you guys. We've already faced the finalists who we are playing today in the final of the International Cup, which is Real Betis. We faced them as our first team in episode 3, and sadly we come away with a 0-0 draw. It wasn't great at all, and hopefully we'll be able to change up a couple of things and get some goals today and hopefully win the Invitational Cup. And the second game of the previous episode was of course against Marseille. Again, wasn't a great episode, didn't get into my groove till late on, and luckily enough Naby Keita, after me saying many times he just doesn't seem to be playing well, he's not firing on all cylinders, he managed to go and score a goal. Hopefully that'll give him the confidence now, give him a bit of a boost, and he can go on to get some great assists and some great goals in the season ahead for this Liverpool team. Now, big things are going to happen today, guys. I'm quickly going to explain. Obviously, the first game of today's episode, and unfortunately the only game of today's episode, is going to be against Real Betis in the final of the Invitational Cup. Now, the reason for that, guys, is I want to put a couple of bids in today for some players and possibly get them signed. I want to play the Real Betis game, obviously, today in the final of the Invitational Cup. Then I want to leave the episode there. Then we're going to come back for episode 5. Now, episode 5 is going to be solely 4 weeks of skipping time and transfers. So if you want me to sign anyone, if you want me to look into anyone, if you want me to loan anyone, now is your time. You have to tell me in the comment section. I've been saying for the last couple of episodes as well, the straw polls have been down below in the description and the comment section. They are going to be there for the final time today, guys. This final episode, the comments will have the straw polls down below and also in the description. If you don't get your vote in today, it's gone, guys. So I'm going to close it in 24 hours. And then whatever's left, or whichever option wins on these straw polls, that'll be the final, and they are the decisions I will make. If some of them are joint, I will personally make the decision, but I don't want to go on too much more, guys. I've let you all know. You've got to let me know your transfers down below in the comment section. So this whole episode is based around us playing the final of the Invitational Cup against Real Betis, trying to sign 1 or 2 players, and you guys let me know if there's anyone else you want me to sign. So what I'm quickly going to do now is jump over to the transfer, and I'll show you exactly why I'm only playing 1 game in today's episode quickly, guys. As you can see, we played today at the final of the Cup, and then we have 1 week, we have 2 week, we have 3 week, basically 3.5 weeks until we face West Ham as our very first Premier League team. Then we have a week later, we've got Crystal Palace, and a week later we then play Brighton. Now I'm thinking I don't want to be doing episode 5 where we're skipping and all these transfers are coming in, it's bits that I've got to cut out. So what I've decided is episode 4, we're going to look at signing a player or 2, and we're going to also play the final of the Invitational Cup. Episode 5 is us going to be skipping those 4 weeks, buying any players that you guys want me to buy, selling any players you guys want me to sell, and me making a couple of decisions if you guys haven't. So we're quickly going to go over to the transfer hub. Now the reason for this is straight away I am going to look to buy a player. I asked you in the last episode, guys, who do we want at left wing? And so many of you said Junior. And I said, unfortunately, as you can see there, we can't approach him because he's only just recently moved to Real Madrid. So we're going to look at getting him in either January or the next year's transfer window. So I asked, who do we go for then? We need to sign a left wing, Marco Asensio or Ryan Sessegnon, and I think 3 or 4 of you guys said, Brad, sign Ryan Sessegnon. So to start off this episode 4, we are going to go ahead, we're going to approach Fulham and we're going to look to buy Ryan Sessegnon. No messing around, guys. If there's anyone else, I know if someone has told me to look at Jimenez, he is added to the transfer hub. All the transfers will be done in episode 5. So as I've said so many times, I can't say it enough, guys. If there's anyone else you want me to sign, loan, sell, you have to tell me in the comment section of this video, because after episode 5, we're going into episode 6. We're playing the first game against West Ham, and that is that. I won't be looking at doing any more business. I want all my business done before we get into that game against West Ham. So we have 4 weeks. So you've got to let me know, guys, and we've got to start getting them scouted or possibly added to the transfer hub. So let's go ahead and offer a transfer fee. His current value is 10.5. Now I'm thinking we go in low, if I'm honest, guys. I'm thinking we offer, let's offer 11, definitely not 20. So offer 500,000 more than what he's actually valued at. I have no idea if they're going to accept this, but I'm thinking he's a young player. He's only 75 overall. Would Fulham like to accept that 11 million? And there we go, straight away Fulham's rep has said, I think that's a fair offer for Sessegnon. We're happy with the terms, so we'll get all the paperwork ready for you to finalise the deal. It's been a pleasure. Until next time. So there we go. Straight off the bat, 11 million, Ryan Sessegnon could potentially, in the next couple of minutes, be a Liverpool player. We're going to go ahead and negotiate a contract with him now. And the good thing is Mane isn't fully fit for this game against Real Betis. I really didn't want to play Origi there, so if we sign Ryan Sessegnon, he could potentially sit on the bench. I'm not going to start him, he's only young, he's only just come into the team. We could potentially take him off at half-time for Mane. So let's go ahead and get into this deal. So current wage is 24,000. I'm thinking maybe the 30 to 35 mark. He's asking his squad role right now. I'm going to say rotation. He's going to be a player that comes off the bench in the second half if Mane's not fit. And also the fact if Mane did sadly get injured or anything, that we've got Ryan Sessegnon to come in until we can go ahead and sign Junior. So we've offered him rotation and they are happy with that squad role. Happy days. He's asked for a 5-year contract. I'm more than happy to give him a 5-year contract because they're not looking for a release clause. That is perfect for me. They're looking for 29,500 a week, a signing on bonus of 270,000, and for every 10 appearances, an extra 290k. So I always do with these guys as a counter. I remove the bonus. I'm going to slightly put the signing up bonus to 300k. And I'm going to slightly bring this down to 29,000 a week. If he accepts that, I'll be more than happy. 29k a week. He's only young. Is he going to accept it? It's not quite what his client wants, but he's eager to join your club and will accept the weekly wage of 29,000. So there we go. We signed him for 11. We've had to pay 11.3 basically because we're paying him £300,000 up front, and we've also got him on 29 grand a week. So happy days. So as for the left wing, we can go ahead now and remove Marco Asensio. He's not someone that you guys wanted me to get. We'll leave Junior there till either January or next year's transfer window. Now my next few questions are, guys, dead simple. Do we look to replace Nathaniel Klein? We currently have, I do believe it's Burnley coming in for him. We've said we want somewhere between 28 and 21 million, I do believe. We're waiting to hear back from them. If he goes, we're going to look, should I say, to replace him. Or not replace him, just have a backup for Alexander-Arnold Trent. Now, I'm thinking at the moment, we've got Kimmich, we've got Cancelo. Two players that are definitely going to want to get ahead of young man Trent. So I'm thinking, do we look for the likes of Dani Alves? If you guys have any recommendations for right back, make sure you let me know down below. Also, replacing Mignolet. He's on the transfer list. I'm looking to offload it, and I'm thinking, do you know what? There's only a few goalkeepers. I think there's two. Yeah, there we go. Alban Lafont and Nick Pope, two goalkeepers that could replace Mignolet if we look to offload them. If there's any other goalkeepers you want me to look at, guys, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. We also have the talk of signing a new centre-back. We have a few on the list so far. We have Jimenez, we have Godin, but Godin would be a player that we look to get in 6 months and possibly get him on a free. We have Jerome Boateng, we have Jonathan Tah, and Presnel Kimpembe. So again, guys, let me know in the comment section if any of those 5 you want me to sign. I know there is someone telling me to get Jimenez. If you agree, let me know in the comment section. If there's someone else that's not on the list, let me also know and I'll add them for the next episode. And the final one that I think we should possibly make moves in is looking for a striker. Now, unfortunately, Timothy Weah we can't actually approach right now. Timo Werner we can approach, but guys, is there any other strikers out there you'd like me to look into? I'm thinking we've got Firmino, we've got Sturridge. Do we need that extra player? Do we start playing Sturridge in more of the cup games and the easier games, and we play Firmino and another top-end striker to play in that position just in case Firmino gets injured? Because if Firmino's out, he's overall 86. We're then bringing Sturridge in, who's an overall 80. That is a big change. I'm thinking, do we need an 82, 83 possible striker? Let me know, as usual, down below in the comment section, guys. And without any further ado, we are going to get into this Real Betis game. Quickly showing you the squad. We've got Mane at that left wing. We've got Roberto Firmino at striker. Big Shaq on that right wing. Unfortunately, Mo Salah isn't fully fit. We've got the two main men so far for this career mode. We've got Gini Wijnaldum and Milner linking up in that central midfield role. We've got Henderson sitting a little bit deeper in the central defensive midfield role. Tierney, Gomez, Lovren and Klein at the back with Alisson in goal. Now, the last thing I want to do is I quickly want to jump into this team, and I want to make sure that I have put the big man Ryan Sessegnon on the bench. We can go ahead and replace him for Divock Origi, and he can come on for Mane. As I said, Mane's not fully fit, and neither is Roberto Firmino, so we'll look at bringing him off for Sturridge and bringing Mane off for Ryan Sessegnon. But without any further ado, as I've said, guys, let's get into this game against Real Betis. It's the final of the Invitational Cup. I am so excited. If we could pick up our first cup this early into this Liverpool career mode, it'd be absolutely insane. We've got a decent team going out. We've got to change something up because obviously the last time we played them, we come out with a 0-0 draw. It wasn't a great game. I'm hoping today I can turn things up, get a little bit hyped, get the attacks going and get an early goal. Hopefully in the first 20 to 30 minutes, and then we can look at making some changes at half time and hopefully just come away with the win as well as a trophy. Let's go Redmen. Come on, the final of the Invitational Cup. I had no idea whether we were going to get here or not, guys. The last episode was an absolute nightmare. A 0-0 and a 1-0. I really wasn't sure whether we were going to get through to the final, but we are here. We've taken over. 5 or 6 games later, we're in the final of a cup. Super excited. Let's get into this first half and hope we can go in at half time with some sort of lead and we're not struggling like last time. Nicely done. Let's go, Klein. You've got to get hold of him, son. Come on. Ball comes into the middle. Nicely done, Kieran Tierney. Gomez gives it straight back to him. And Alisson with an incredible save. Tierney's pass wasn't the best of Gomez. He couldn't get it under control, as you can see there. Ball slips from underneath his feet. And Alisson had to pull off an incredible save. Go into Shaqiri. Nicely done. Come on, Klein. Someone make a run in for me. Let's play this ball. Henderson, edge of the box. Henderson to look to bend one. And what a goal! 21 minutes in. And Jordan Henderson has managed to bend one in that top right corner. Ball from Milner into Henderson. Onto that right foot. Boom. Thank you very much, Jordan Henderson. Very similar to his last goal. He was in the box. He took 2 touches, side-footed, and banged it in the top right bins. This time, more of a finesse shot into the top right corner. Nice interception from Tierney. Good tackle by Klein. Let's get rid of this ball. Let's go, Henderson. Push forwards. Henderson going to lay it off. Out to Milner. I've got Mane making a run. Let's try and put him in behind. Come on, Mane. Good lad. Mane's got it. Let's try and dance his man. Ball coming in. Looking back post to Shaqiri. Shaqiri get in front of his man. He does. And I'll tell you what, it's off the crossbar. Milner's still on it. Milner gets tackled off the ball. Henderson comes in. Henderson's going to hit it on his left foot this time. Big save by Lopez. Not the best of shots. Laying it back off. Go on. Put him through. Put him through again. Here's Henderson. Henderson again onto his right foot. And I'll tell you what, maybe should have hit it a little bit earlier. But Henderson is attacking that box. Half time is finally there. The referee blows. It's only a 1-0 lead. But you know what, guys? I'm feeling comfortable on the ball. Feel like we're playing a lot better than we did the first time we played Real Betis. I think Alisson's had to pull off maybe 2 big saves so far, but I'm going to jump straight into the second half, guys. 6 shots, 5 on target. Real Betis having 1 with 1 on target. Jumping straight into the second half with the same team. Look at making some changes, probably just let you guys know once I've made the changes in actual game. But let's get into the second half and hopefully find another goal or 2 to seal the win. Come on, Bobby, make that run over the top. Come on, Bobby, stay on him. Bobby's come away with it. I'm not going to be greedy. Little dink in. Gini Wijnaldum was there, but unfortunately so was Lopez, who fisted into the air. Playing it into Nathaniel Klein. Looking backwards again. Play it back. There we go. Here's Milner. Henderson coming in. Henderson to hit it. Decent strike. And oh my word, Jordan Henderson is looking for his hat-trick. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Jordan Henderson has just been on the edge of the box. He's hit it with his right foot. And he's just buried the top bins once again, lads. Not something that I expected from Jordan Henderson. Look at this. Shaqiri into Milner. Laid it off to Henderson. Onto that right foot. Top left bins. And that is his 2nd goal of the game. His 3rd goal of the Invitational Cup. What is going on with the usual captain, Jordan Henderson? Here we go. Ryan Sessegnon coming on for his very first time in the red kit for Sadio Mane. Adam Lallana coming on for Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum's plays absolutely unbelievable once again, but I want to make sure we can keep him nice and fit. Our centre-back has been left out here. Come on. Ball coming in. Nathaniel Klein's there. It's not good enough. And unfortunately, Nathaniel Klein's header literally lays it straight up. I do believe that might be William Carvalho. It is William Carvalho. Ball comes straight down to his feet from the terrible header from Nathaniel Klein, and he puts his laces through it and beats Alisson between the sticks. Not much you could have done there, really. Good bit of football by Real Betis. Klein's clearance wasn't good enough, and unfortunately Alisson doesn't get a hand to it. Roberto Firmino going off for Daniel Sturridge. He hasn't played the best. He's made some decent runs, but nothing spectacular from him. Milner's put through. Here goes Henderson for his hat-trick. Jordan Henderson. And Lopez denies him. Playing into Kieran Tierney. I'm going to hit this on Tierney's right foot. And I'll tell you what, a little bit of a wicked strike. And there we go, guys. The referee has blown for full time in this final of the Invitational Cup. We have gone on to win it, thanks to Jordan Henderson. And of everyone on the pitch, I didn't think Jordan Henderson would have scored 2. Surely he's got himself man of the match. And we have beat Real Betis. We drew against them 0-0 in the last episode. We changed things up. We changed the team up. Lovren was actually captain, so he's going to be the one to lift the trophy. I kind of wish we'd have put Jordan Henderson now, because he fully deserves to be lifting this trophy after that performance he just put in. But you know what? It was only pre-season. We've played our games, we've played our heart out, and we've managed to win the Invitational Cup. Oh, hey! Happy days, lads. Happy days. We put in some absolutely unbelievable performances. The performance today was absolutely unbelievable. The performance against Brisbane Roar when we beat them 4-1. The last episode wasn't too good. We beat Marseille 1-0 and we drew 0-0. But we've played our hearts out and we've managed to win our first piece of silverware. Happy days. Here we go. Time for the photos. Millie right next to the trophy, Gini Wijnaldum, Henderson, Gomez. Right guys, and we are finally back at the Central, ready ahead for the Premier League. We have West Ham in just less than 4 weeks and I am super excited to kick off this Premier League, hopefully with a decent win against the Hammers. Now what I'm going to do for the end of this episode guys, we're going to go and read our emails. I'm going to put some bids in for some players and then you guys can let me know who we go in for in episode 5. Now if I get the transfers done, we can look at offering them contracts, we can get an idea of how much they're going to cost, but I'm not going to do too much transfers. It's down to you guys. If you guys don't recommend players, I think we have a huge amount of money. You see, if we quickly go over to the offers, we have 102 million to spend. Now bearing in mind we've already signed Kieran Tierney and we've just signed Ryan Sessegnon. Let's say we buy a centre back for 40-50 million. We still have 50-60 million left in the kitty. We have to, well, we don't have to spend that, guys. If you want to keep this realistic, you want me to go and sign another centre-back, and then we just keep the money and wait for January or possibly next year to make some more transfers, that's entirely up to you. But you have to let me know on this video and this video alone, guys. And we've also agreed for Nathaniel Klein's sale. I have met with representatives from Burnley. I did mention earlier, guys, I think it was Burnley that were interested, and they've agreed to pay £21.4 million for Nathaniel Klein. So I think, guys, Nathaniel Klein, I said at the start, was a player that I was looking to offload and also not looking to offload. If we find a replacement, if there was someone else we'd rather bring in as a backup for Trent, then we would do. If nobody come in for him, we'd keep hold of him. So I'm going to leave that for episode 5. Let me know down below. I will be leaving a comment saying, do we sell Klein? Yes or no? Just comment on that comment saying yes or no, depending on what you feel. So we'll leave that there. And we've also had a transfer offer for Adam Lallana. Now 16.5 is nowhere near what I would like from him. So what we'll actually do is we'll delegate. I'd like them to start the offer at 30 million there, and don't sell the player for less than, I think, 24 million. I didn't actually see how much he was valued at, but if we got between 24 and 30 million, I would be tempted to sell him. Right guys, I just said then I was going to start putting some bids in for some centre backs. You know what, I've changed my mind. I want to keep this episode nice and short. I also want to keep episode 5 nice and short. Hopefully episode 5 will be around 5 to the 10 minute mark, and that'll just be us advancing in time all the way to the West Ham game and making some more signings. Now I thought, you know what, I could go and buy these 4 centre backs and get them ready for contracts, but I'm not going to have the funds to buy them all. So I thought, you know what, I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know in the comment section, out of those 5 centre backs, I'll show you them once again in case you haven't seen it or you've skipped earlier on. I will show you the 5 centre backs we are currently looking at. Presnel Kimpembe, we have Jonathan Tah, Jerome Boateng, Godin and Jose Maria Jimenez. Now if there's anyone else that you want me to possibly look at signing at centre back, make sure you put them down below in the comment section. It's entirely up to you guys, but I'm actually going to leave the episode there to keep it nice and short. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, guys, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you are new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.